What's up, Hoops fans? I'm Jordan Robinson. Coming up on this episode, we have already crowned a regular season champion, and we could crown another one this week as we head into the final stretch of conference play. We'll dive into it all on This Week in WCC Basketball. But before we get into this week in WCC, we are just 2 weeks away from the Credit Union One WCC Basketball Championship. The event is back at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas from March 7th through 12th. Be there. Scan the QR code here or check out WCCsports.com to secure your tickets. Starting with women's basketball, 16th ranked Gonzaga won the WCC regular season title for the 19th time in program history, securing the crown with a pair of wins last week. Gonzaga hoisted the WCC trophy Saturday afternoon after defeating Pacific 91-78 in Stockton. The Zags are 13-0 in the WCC and on a 20-game winning streak overall. Santa Clara has won 6 straight and 8 of their last 10 to move into a tie with Portland for second place in the conference. The Broncos picked up an 8-point victory over the Pilots on Saturday as Tess Heel and Olivia Pollard combined for 42 points in the win. Pollard connected on 6 threes in the contest. She ranks 4th in the nation in three-point field goal percentage at 46.3%. Maya Jones of St. Mary's recorded the second best single game scoring total in the WCC this season with 31 points in the Gales' 75-47 victory over Pepperdine on Saturday. Portland's Emmy Shearer and LMU's Sydney Gandy both reached the 1,000-point milestone for their career last week. Gandy led the Lions in scoring against San Diego with 11 points, while Shearer reached the milestone with 8 points at Santa Clara. It's almost award season, and several WCC players are on watch lists for national awards. Gonzaga's Yvonne Ejim was added to the Jersey Mike's Naismith Player of the Year watch list and is one of 10 semifinalists on the Becky Hammond Player of the Year watch list. Ejim has scored in double figures in 32 straight games. Portland's Lucy Cochran is one of 15 on the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year watch list. Cochran has tallied 3 or more blocks in a game 17 times this season. While Gonzaga has secured the women's basketball regular season crown, there is a lot to be decided with 2 weeks to play. Here's a look at the WCC standings. With 2 weeks to play on the men's side as well, seeds for the upcoming Credit Union One WCC Basketball Championship remain up for grabs. Here's a look at the standings. Number 18, St. Mary's is one of the hottest teams in the nation right now, boasting a 14-game winning streak after defeating Pepperdine last week and kicking off this week with a victory over San Francisco on Tuesday. The Gales now own the longest active winning streak in the nation. With the victory on Saturday against San Diego, the Gales will secure the WCC regular season title. While San Francisco had its 6-game winning streak snapped on Tuesday with the loss to St. Mary's, the Dons are still in the mix for a top seed in the upcoming Credit Union One WCC Basketball Championship. Jonathan Mobo is one of the nation's leaders in double-doubles as the forward continues to make a big impact in his first season on the hilltop. Gonzaga pushed its winning streak to 4 games with a pair of double-digit wins last week. Ryan Nemhard registered double-doubles in both games with 16 points and 11 assists in the 17-point victory over LMU, and 18 points and 10 assists in the 26-point win over Pacific. San Francisco's Jonathan Mobo collected his 14th double-double of the year with 10 points and 11 rebounds as the Dons kept pace with Gonzaga in second place with an 82-59 victory over LMU. Mobo leads the WCC in double-doubles and ranks 8th nationally. Pepperdine's Michael Ajayi scored 26 points in the Waves' 91-70 win over Portland on Saturday. And Santa Clara picked up convincing wins over Pacific and San Diego. The Broncos are 4th in the WCC with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Your favorite WCC players were ballin' this week. It's time now for the Tixer Top Plays of the Week.
And another steal for San Diego. Coast to coast. Sheffy, couple of steps off the glass and in.
He'll attack and throw it down. Oh my goodness.
6 minutes left in the quarter. Here's Schaefer. And an opportunity at a three-point play.
Two shooters from half court. Oh! The man does not miss.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
It's time for the ultimate showdown. The Credit Union One WCC Basketball Championship in Las Vegas. Don't miss the high-flying WCC action as 18 programs battle it out to crown 2 champions. Who will be your champion? Scan the QR code to get your tickets now.
We're back, and junior guard Emmy Shearer of Portland topped the 1,000-point milestone for her career this past Saturday. The New Zealand native not only leads her team in points per game, but is also a leader on and off the floor. Take a look. I'm Jordan Robinson, and I'm here with Emmy Shearer, guard for Portland. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Good. Well, I wanted to talk to you because you were the first Kiwi to come play for Coach Meek, but now it's Aussies and Kiwis everywhere. Did the word get out? How did that start?
Yeah, well, there was actually a few Australians on the team at the time, so it was kind of, even though it's not quite home, it's, you know, probably as close as home as I could get. So, yeah, that really drew me up, and then I think he liked what he saw, so he kept going down under and got a few more of us. Yeah,
it's like I sense a theme here. I love it. Mm-hmm. But how was it to just have so much diversity and international players? Does that feel like you guys are unique in that way?
Yeah, it feels like we always like have a bit of home with me, and just kind of like going through the same thing at the same time. It's really nice to have other people around who are also far from home and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it brings like a cool little spark to the team, bit of everything. And so I think it's cool for the American kids as well to be around a lot of international kids too, yeah.
Well, over the summer you were able to play 3x3 with New Zealand and be a part of that national team. What was that experience like? Yeah,
super fun. I love 3-on-3. It's a bit different obviously to 5-on-5, but super fun. I got to travel a bit, and it's always a privilege to represent your country. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How does that work on your game? Because I feel like you have to switch and defend and also score one-on-one. So how was that, and now you're able to bring it to 5-on-5?
Yeah, 3-on-3 is super physical. I think that's probably like the big thing that I really noticed. But I think you just have a lot more space and kind of freedom to do, be more creative with what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And I think, yeah, it just allowed me to work on a lot of stuff, and like you said, like I kind of got to do a bit of everything, which was super fun. But yeah, it's also playing with the 3-on-3 ball. It's like the weight of a men's ball as well, so I think it will hopefully like help me with my 3-point shot in 5-on-5, because hopefully I can maybe extend my range out a little bit.
Nice. Well, I was going to say, what are you trying to work on? Yeah. So you want to get that Curry range? I love it.
It was a little rough to start with. I was airballing a lot of 3-pointers and 3-on-3, but I think I got the hang of it towards the end of it. Yeah.
It's an adjustment.
It definitely is, yeah. It's a heavy ball.
It is. It's different.
Yeah.
So one thing I saw about you is that you are a very outdoorsy person. I say that I'm an indoorsy person because the indoors and me get along well. Mm-hmm. But what are your favorite hikes or trails to do out in Portland?
Yeah, there's lots of waterfalls. There's about 3 hours south of Portland, there's these blue pools. It's like a giant blue pool that me and teammates have been to. We love going to the Sandy River, which is kind of local to us. We spent a lot of summer there. Yeah, I think it's really cool that although Portland can be, you know, very cold and wet in the winter and stuff like that, I think the summers are like so beautiful, and I love being in Portland during the summer, so we try to make the most of it, and we have more time during summer training and summer school to like be doing more stuff as well, so yeah.
How do you build that chemistry when you guys go and do those activities together?
Yeah, it's fun. It kind of like lets us loosen up a bit and takes us away from basketball, and we kind of forget. You know, it can get intense sometimes when we're all in training and stuff like that, especially if it's been a harder day or something like that. So I think it's really cool to engage with each other outside of basketball and just joke around. We love having jokes with each other, lots of fun, and yeah, doing fun things.
Who's the funniest on the team?
Florence, Flo Dello. She's a fellow Kiwi from New Zealand. She's definitely our jokester on the team. Yeah, lots of laughs with her, so yeah.
Nice, gotta bring her around all the time.
Always, yeah. Seriously though, yeah, she's good fun, yeah.
What's one thing that's a part of your identity that you wanna make sure everybody knows?
I think just playing for more than ourselves. I think last season that was kind of like something unspoken amongst all of us girls. Obviously we lost Haley a second time to an ACL tear, but I think you could tell, especially in that second half of the season, that we kind of had an external motivation that we didn't talk about. Like, we didn't really sit down and have a conversation about it, but everyone knew that we were doing it for her, and you know, she was done, that's her collegiate career done, and I think that really motivated us, and I think that's something that worked really well for us. And just like the culture of Portland, that we play for something greater than ourselves, we play for the program, and especially how far the program's come. Under when Mike became head coach, they've done like a full 360. So I think, especially with some of those original players kind of moving out, it's our duty to continue that. And like, we got ourselves on the map, and we're just going to continue to grow that and build it.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at ticketsmarter.com.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
When it comes to managing your finances, there are options beyond traditional banks. Credit unions. Credit unions are financial institutions that offer similar services but operate differently than banks. Understanding the differences between credit unions and banks can help you make an informed choice.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at ticketsmarter.com.
Welcome back to the show, and it's time now to meet Coach Steve Lavin of San Diego men's basketball, just ahead of his second season at the helm. We talked about what players Wayne McKinney III and Dominic Muncy mean to this program, and what lessons they've actually taught him. Check it out. I'm Jordan Robinson, and I'm here with head coach Steve Lavin from San Diego men's basketball. How you doing, Coach?
Terrific. Great to be with you.
Great to talk to you. Well, here's your chance to brag on your players a little bit. Talk about Wayne and what he means to this program.
Yeah, Wayne is our leader. He's the motor, kind of the engine of the team, and he's central to everything we do, both offensively and defensively. Naturally, he has terrific speed. He can push the ball down the floor, set his teammates up. I think he's really improved his point guard skills in terms of setting the table for his teammates, and yet at the same time, he needs to stay aggressive and also make sure the defense is playing him honest and look for his scoring opportunities and look for the high percentage shots, both in transition and on the half court. So he's improved in all aspects. And then defensively, in our full court press, his ball pressure is really a difference maker for us. So he's the catalyst to everything we do, both offensively and defensively.
What about off the court? How have you guys been able to connect person to person?
Yeah, I think that, we had a very good first meeting. It was a long, extended meeting when I first became the head coach at San Diego. and I was actually in a classroom on campus and had a good talk about things outside of basketball. I think he was taking a music class at the time, so that got us talking about music and music as a metaphor for life. And we also share the experience of both being cancer survivors. So not that we talk about it a lot, but I think it's sometimes unspoken understanding when you're close with someone who's been through, similar challenges. And he's a joy to be around, and just has a great spirit. He's a perfectionist, so sometimes we have to work on that because he wants to do so well that can sometimes interfere with performance. And so a lot of times just taking deep breaths and putting things in proper perspective and realizing that it's a game, even though there's a lot at stake and it's meaningful. We're passionate about this sport of basketball, but we do have to understand that, right, relative to what's going on around the world, and there are more important things. And I think that sometimes allows a young person to express themselves on the court in their sport and get closer to their full potential, or at least closer to the expression of their full potential, which is what the goal is every day when you work with young people.
Talk a little bit about Dominic. What does he mean to this squad?
Wow, he is, as I've said to the team, the greatest teammate that I've ever coached in my 35 years associated with college basketball. His greatest trait is being a remarkable teammate. He cares genuinely about the players and the team. When the players excel on the court, he is happy for them in an authentic manner, and that's rare. I think it's tough sometimes when we're younger to have that perspective, and we naturally are thinking more about self, and we're not as other-directed. And Dom comes by that naturally, where he's thinking of others. He's very service-oriented in his approach and the way he leads his life, and the actions and deeds that he demonstrates on a consistent basis. He's fiery, he's competitive, he understands the game. He's someone that plays to his strengths and brings those to the table consistently. So he's reliable. He's just a kind of a model torero in terms of all the virtues and values in alignment with our university, but he represents that in our program, and he's on a positive trajectory, not just in basketball, but in life after basketball.
And his family has the loudest cheering section, right?
Right. Unbelievable. They've got great history and in a range of different industries, and they love the Toreros, and there's generations of Muncies that have come through USD, and so we need people to show out, but at least in the meantime, until we start packing Jenny Craig Pavilion, we can count on the Muncie family to be there supporting us.
Nice, Coach.
Thank you. Pleasure, Jordan.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go. So
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Great to have you with us as we open up with the Orleans Arena. In Las Vegas, title game of the West Coast.
It's time for the ultimate showdown. The Credit Union 1 WCC Basketball Championship in Las Vegas. Don't miss the high-flying WCC action as 18 programs battle it out to crown 2 champions. Who will be your champion? Scan the QR code to get your tickets now.
Welcome back to the show. Now let's preview the schedule for the upcoming week. The St. Mary's men hosted San Francisco as part of ESPN's Super Tuesday lineup to kick off a week of 4 nationally televised WCC games. The Gales will try and secure at least a share of the conference title with a win over San Diego at home on Saturday at 7. You can find that game on ESPNU. The Santa Clara men have a pair of nationally televised games this week. The Broncos host LMU on Thursday at 8 on CBS Sports Network, and then Gonzaga closes out their home schedule against Santa Clara on Saturday at 7 on ESPN2. Gonzaga may have secured the women's basketball regular season title, but there's still a lot to decide behind the Zags with 2 weeks left. Portland and Santa Clara are tied for second place in the standings. The Pilots and the Broncos each have one game this week. Santa Clara plays at San Diego on Thursday at 6, while Portland hosts San Francisco on Saturday at 5. The WCC regular season champ Zags look to extend the nation's second longest active home winning streak when they host San Francisco on Thursday at 6. They will then travel to Malibu to take on Pepperdine on Saturday at 2. You can find all the action on ESPN+. Thanks so much for watching another episode of This Week in WCC Basketball. Make sure to follow along on the socials. You can follow us on Instagram at WCC Sports or on X at WCC Hoops. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch this episode and so much more. That'll do it for me. I'll see you next week.